Hello there! This is LEGO Dynasty, and today I'm reviewing my review of the LEGO Star Wars Chopper C1-10P. It is set number 75416, comes with 1,039 pieces, and is rated ages 10 and up. Now this set retails in the United States for $99.99, and in Canada for $129.99. Now without further ado, let's kick off this review, starting with the box. Now taking a look at the box, you have Chopper front and center in the actual Home 1 hallway. This is seen during Ahsoka Season 1, which is definitely pretty fun detail there. You, of course, have this denoted as an Ahsoka set because of that. Flipping this set around, you have some more images of Chopper and some of the play functionalities of the set. And that looks pretty nice overall, I have to say. Now here we have the rendered image of Chopper, which looks okay. I always say the rendered images don't look the best. They just, I don't know, look a little bit too animated, and just, I'm not a fan of it. I like the old days when we get the box art reprinted on the manuals. Looks more like a premium product. Now, taking a look inside the manual, you actually see an image of the LEGO Chopper next to the real Chopper, where you can actually see a pretty glaring mistake, and that is this piece right here. It's just a 1x1 tile piece, but it should be orange, and you are given an extra orange tile, so you can replace this, but you can see here, like, it's supposed to end around this point. I'll just call it the eye. And they obviously are able to do that, but for whatever reason, the designer put an extra yellow strip there when it should be orange. So kind of interesting that that was missed that late in production. And even looking at it side by side, I'm not sure how someone didn't just bring it up. But yeah, that's just a mistake. Now here we can see the extra pieces I was mentioning. So you have quite a few of these, whip pieces that are used to represent electrical wiring. So that's definitely pretty nice. And like I said, you do have the extra orange tile, so you can replace that yellow tile if you see fit. And I will probably do that during the review process just to show, because it's just wrong. And you can change it, but it's very glaring that how big of a mistake that was, in my opinion, that it got that late in the design process that they even show an actual image of Chopper inside the manual that shows how wrong it is. But at the end of the day, quite a few extra pieces, I have to say, overall for a set of this size, but still nice to add to your collection for free. Now taking a look at the display stand and Chopper minifigure, and I absolutely love these stands. I actually like them better than the UCS stands because they can attach to these studs. So basically there's no dimple here when they're printing, which is nice. So it just looks better than the UCS plaques we get today. The Chopper minifigure is pretty standard, but does have great back printing. The back of the set does have these two orange bricks that will be important later. So that's definitely pretty nice. Overall, pretty nice display stand. Now taking a look at the buildable Chopper, I think this is a great addition to the buildable droids lineup, or I guess buildable characters now, since there's also Chewbacca, though that set is retired, and just think this is a great addition. Like I said, you have some great detail here, though it is with the use of stickers. Every piece you see here, like this orange here, all of these here are stickers, unfortunately. Would have been nice if some of them were actual prints. You do have the ability to pull out this droid arm here from Chopper when he's grabbing or plugging into consoles and whatnot, and you actually have some opposability here to move it into different positions as you see fit, which is definitely nice and had some playable detail there. You can see the use of the hot-dog pieces to represent wiring, which is pretty fun there, and just in general, just a nice amount of detail here on the back. Now, on the back of the set, there is actually a part here that can actually move his head, and basically allows him to simulate, him freaking out and not having a good time or being frustrated at what his rebel companions are doing. Like I said, this part here is incorrect, so I'm actually going to change it because you are given an extra orange stud, so why not? And you just pop it on, and then just like that, the accuracy of the set is fixed. Like I said, kind of went on a tangent, but really weird for them to miss that on a set. So especially so late into production, feels like something that they could have fixed. Would have caused them to have to, reprint some manuals, but then it would have been fixed. So I don't know, just again, probably LEGO's cost-cutting measure. In fact, I almost wonder if the reason they put the image of Chopper inside the manual was So you could see that that was wrong, and that's why they ensured you got an extra orange tile. Maybe that's two conspiracy theories, since they also use a lot of those orange tiles, but in the end, looks a lot better and more accurate with the orange tile on top there. Now you do have the ability to play around with these droid arms to have him, hit his head when he's all frustrated and upset. And you can also, see the movement of the, droid head like that. You do also have the ability to move his antenna piece as you see fit into different positions. So that's definitely pretty fun there. And definitely adds another layer of detail or playability. Now we look at why we need these two orange, half bricks here, the 1x1 half bricks. And that's because you basically, in order to have it be when he doesn't have his arms out, you would just pop those out and then place these pieces on, and then it's like his compartment is closed. Now, I'm personally going to always have him displayed with his arms out, but I think it's absolutely awesome that LEGO did include that ability. Now, taking a look at the bottom of the, legs here, or, feet of the droid, and you can see you do have the ability to have him go into driving mode, which looks okay. Now, kind of interestingly enough, they didn't include any of those, smooth tile pieces, so it is a little bit more rough than otherwise. Like you can see, the wheel still moves, so there's no issue there. Just really interesting. Like I almost feel like it's gonna get caught more on carpet. Like it's gonna be fine on hardwood floors and whatnot, but frankly, it might scratch hardwood floors, so that's not great in my opinion, but it still works, and you can pop off the leg. Again, it's not automated or anything like the previous UCS R2-D2. This is very similar to the most recent buildable R2-D2, but it still works and very easy to place back on. In fact, it's actually supposed to come off with these parts here, but I guess it's fine either way, however you grab it, because at the end of the day, you pop the wheel off and just display them like that, or of course with the wheel on like so. Now here we are showcasing Chopper alongside some of the other more recent buildable droid characters with R2-D2 and C-3PO there, so it definitely looks pretty nice alongside. I definitely feel like he's not really super in scale to them. Like he's not supposed to be this much smaller than R2-D2 or C-3PO, but it works. Definitely works okay. And showcasing Chopper next to the previous buildable droids, which was BD-1, so that's definitely pretty nice. You can see the size difference, like obviously nowhere close in scale either, but it still looks pretty cool alongside each other. The LEGO Star Wars Buildable Chopper, to me, is a great addition to the Buildable Droids lineup, and is a set that I absolutely would recommend, especially if you're a fan of the Ahsoka series, Star Wars Rebels, etc. Like, this is just a great LEGO set to get. I think it looks great on display, and while it is a little bit small, especially when you compare it to some of the other buildable droids, I still like it overall and think it is a great addition, like I said. With that being said, that's all my opinion. Let me know your thoughts on the LEGO Star Wars Buildable Chopper in the comments down below. Have you guys picked up the set, or are you planning to? Please leave a like and subscribe if you have enjoyed, and have a great day, everyone.